Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of Team Secret and Team Alliance. I saw Secret managed to take that second game eventually. All it took was 3 Divine Rapiers in the hands of the Timberman. Well, not all at the same time. But actually, at the very end, he had all 3 of them again. But slowly throughout the game, he was just giving them over to Nico Baby. So there you go, buddy, have this. Have another one, you know you want that. And then with the third one, he brought them all back into one powerful unit, the one Divine Rapier to rule them all, and he managed to close out the game. It was a slugfest, it really was, but it was a very entertaining one to watch. So he was able to take this Game 3 and close out the series. Identical bands coming up from Secret, the Undying and the Viper, taking that away from the side of Alliance. And Alliance taking away the Ayo. And we'll see what they're going to choose with their second BAM. Whether it's going to be the Omni, the Magnus, the Slardar. There's lots to choose from, really, when you're having to go up against the side of Secret. And they are actually going to choose the Slardar. So what's going to be Secret's pickup this time? They're going to go for the Mag again. It did end up working out for them in the previous game. It normally does. He got quite a high win rate on the Magnus. And so they are going to go for it one more time for the final match of this game. So going to be that Puppy Mag, most likely. So we'll see if maybe they go for like a PA again to try and combo up with the Mag. But Alliance are actually going to mix things up a little bit. They've gone for the Phoenix this time. So is that going to be for Handskin's position 4? Most likely. I think FNG can run it as the 5. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be for Handskin's the 4. So we might potentially see that old Classico of the Phoenix Mars. Pretty strong combo. Just the Mars Arena always providing a little bit of extra protection for the Phoenix Egg, just to make sure it can actually go off in all these upcoming team fights. I know it's not one of S4's like common heroes that he goes for, but it's definitely up there. I'm pretty sure he can run it if they want to. Oh, and Secret actually taking the Faceless Void themselves. Generally, you don't really see this hero very often in the hands of Secret. But even when they've got like the opportunity to pick it up, and they've, you know, it's generally a decent matchup as well, they tend to just grab other sort of different carries and means. So they're going to grab it themselves, and the Lions are actually going to go for the instant pickup of the Beastmaster. So it's always a good way to try and get that initiation onto the Faceless Void. You lock him down before he can get that time walk off, and give plenty of time for the rest of your team to get up nice, close and personal, and truly show the Faceless Void what love is meant to be like. Painful love. So Secret ban out PA, and then Alliance instantly take away that Enchantress. You never really want you never want an Ench going up against your Beastmaster. It always makes you have such a miserable time. There is still a couple of potential, heroes that can screw over a Beastmaster. Things like Crystal Maiden, for instance. But you're not really going to see that in this game. Puppy's already got the Magnus pickup. So unless they are going to swap this out to be a mid Magnus, and then Puppy go to position 5 of the CM, you're pretty much guaranteed it's going to be 5 Puppy, so he should be fine. Alliance even taking away the Shen. They really want to make sure that this Beastmaster has a fun time. Trying to just clear up all the possible decent counters that the Beastmaster can be constantly plagued with. So I think that's pretty much all the heroes which really screw over Beastmaster. In terms of, just taking away those balls in the early laning phase. There is the Mirana potential as well, but obviously the ball spam's a little bit more sustainable than the arrow spam coming out. Or is it? I'm pretty sure it is. And then Secret take away the Spectre as their final ban of the second phase. Normally quite annoying for a Faceless Void. Dispersion definitely reducing the amount of damage that the Faceless Void is actually able to pump out himself. See what Lions are going to take as their final ban. I mean, they spent enough of their points trying to take away the counters to the Beastmaster. So maybe they can chuck a ban towards Zai's direction, or maybe Nisha's. Maybe the Rubik as well. There's always a nice couple of ultimates that could be stolen from Yapzor if he does get that Rubik pickup, and even more now. You got the Roar, you got the Egg, Sunray, every single one of Lena's spells. So it's really a nice spread of abilities that are just potentially there to be stolen. If Secret do want to grab this Rubik for Yapzor, I don't see why they wouldn't. Seems pretty good so far. Seems really good so far. So I should go for the Mirana instead. Choosing to go for more of a ganking potential sort of playstyle rather than trying to get some of these decent spells. So let's see what Alliance can grab for their 4th hero. They've got both supports, they've got their offlaner, so you're most likely going to see them grab their position 1 now. For Nico Baby, want someone who can go quite well against the Faceless Void. Maybe the Morphling, perhaps? Oh, they actually grabbed the Disruptor. Okay, so this is going to be core Lina then. So Limp taking the Lina into the mid lane. I suppose that should have been a little bit more obvious, actually, really. Seems like the Phoenix and Lina are both position 4s. You don't really see them as 5s. I mean, the Phoenix can sometimes be a 5, but obviously it's a little bit less effective. So you guys should go for the Snapfire pickup. So always nice to have that. Mortimer's Kisses, being able to chuck a ton of damage into the Chronosphere that will be coming out, as well as getting the a nice Aghanims online a decent time as well. Being able to gobble up and spit this Magnus at the enemy side as well, set up for some easy RPs. And at least then Puppy doesn't have to worry about trying to get a Blink Dagger anytime soon. Assuming this is going to be, well, on the side of Secret, Snapfire is pretty versatile. Puppy's run it, Nisha's run it, Zai's run it, the Yapzor's run it. I think the only one they haven't put it into the hands of yet is the Timberman, but they've already got the Faceless Void, so we're not going to see any sort of crazy shenanigans like that coming out of this game. So just position 1 left to pick up for the side of Alliance. While Secret, either Nisha's or Zai's hero left to pick. So see what position 1's Secret are going to try and ban out to have an effective game against the Faceless Voids. Maybe the Anti-Mage could be pretty decent. Just with the natural mana shield being able to mitigate quite a lot of the damage coming out from the Snapfire if he ever gets trapped by the Chronosphere. Also just being able to be relatively elusive. Plus, once he gets his Battle Fury online, should be able to have a greater farming speed than that of a Faceless Void. Despite the fact that they have relatively similar farming patterns, both being able to have those short cooldown blinks once they're high enough level. The Secret take away the Jug, nonetheless. But I can still see the Morphling pick, to be honest. For the side of Alliance. Even Secret, to be honest. Secret could go Morphling themselves. I think one of these two teams should grab it. Which one will it be? I wonder. Oh, so Secret actually go for the Sand King themselves this time. So is this going to be a mid Snapfire then, and then Zai taking the Sand King off to the off lane? So we'll see what position 1 Alliance are going to grab to try and lane up effectively against this Sand King Mirana combo. They've already taken away 2 of the magic immunity style heroes, which could have done relatively decently. I still think, I don't know, maybe still the Morphling. Maybe its effectiveness has been reduced a little bit. Could still possibly go for the anti-mage. So actually go for the Wraith King. So, you know, it's a hero that can easily survive the onslaught that's going to be coming out from this Faceless Void. Not going to have the easiest time farming up against the Sand King, though. Interesting pickup. We'll have to see how it ends up panning out for him. Could maybe see, I don't know, Nisha pick up the Fusel Blade, and then that way your little Shredders will be able to try and rip away quite a lot of the mana on the side of the Nico baby, and try and get him reduce the actual effectiveness of his ultimate. I mean, even Martu could build one, to be honest, as well. Especially seems how he's not going to have to bother getting a Battle Fury, as he's got position 5 Magnus just to constantly chuck the empowers onto him. Yeah, maybe. Be interesting strat, you know. Sort of like Top Sun going to Fusel Blade and TI. Just wrecking Miracle's Bristleback. I mean, looking at these lineups, I think oh, I don't know. It's relatively even, but I think I'm still slightly favouring Secret right now. Purely the fact that you've got the kisses plus with the Chronosphere setup. Oh, potential mix up here. Matu going up top with Yapsaw. And then Zai and Puppy down bot. Interesting, interesting. Is this actually going to how they're going to leave this lane? I guess they just want to make sure that Matu doesn't go up against S4. Maybe paired up against the Nico Baby and FNG. Is that... It's... okay, it's a bit interesting. I suppose Zai should have a bit of an easier time going up against this Beastmaster. We'll have to see how this ends up panning out. I suppose it will be a little bit more clear cut about which position one's doing slightly better than the other ones. They're both going to be in the same lane as each other. Puppey even hiding behind the tree. Just want to make sure they don't reveal their positions too early on. But it doesn't look like Alliance is going to get the read on this, so they're going to leave Hanskin and S4 down bottom. And Marty's going to be able to get away with being in the off lane himself with the support of Yapzor. Puppey puts down a ward. And he will actually just about spot the courier coming up there from FNG, so he's going to try and snipe this away. He should be able to get it. He's going to move on with the courier now. He doesn't get spotted out. Oh, FNG just sees it at the last second. And he will be able to survive. I suppose the vision from the tower, yeah, it goes quite deep. You'd have to go really tuck yourself in to try and avoid the detection coming out there. But even still, Alliance doesn't look like they're going to move anyone around. Hanskin's still hanging around bottom for now. Doesn't want to go up top to try and lend a helping hand to Nico Baby and FNG. But Puppey's still just waiting for this courier. He sees it coming up one more time. And he's going to run at it. And there's not going to be any micro from FNG this time, so he will lose his courier. That is the sentry ward to try and get the... I don't know, the side camp dewarded? But Puppey will actually TP down to the bot, so he's not going to leave Zai completely on his own. We'll lend a little bit of a helping hand. Spots out the sentry ward, even the observer ward. But even still, Zai's taking quite a bit of punishment from S4 at the moment. His right click's hurting quite a lot. But they're trading in the mid lane, favouring Limp so far, 9-1 to the 7-1 of Nisha. But there is always the effect of Limp. It's the Lina, is a very squishy hero, so there is that potential to get quickly burst down from the cookie and the scatter blast that comes out from the Snapfire. So he's got to be a little bit cautious. Even with this little lane switch up, S4 still having a little bit of a better time at this bot lane so far. Maybe once Zai is able to get a few more levels into the Sandstorm, we might start to see the scales tip more into their favour perhaps. Cheeky little courier snipe there from Hanskin with the dive forward. Lets him a free and easy kill. Onto a courier that is, not an actual hero. Wasn't that good of a dive, calm down guys. Jeez. Zone Puppey. There's a lot of pressure being applied from both sides so far in this lane. Hanskin's is really focusing a lot of his attention onto Puppey at the moment. He doesn't have a dive available for 4 more seconds, and that's just going to be the free kill there from Puppey, where that final little shockwave comes in, nets the first blood, and immediately just gets tons of clarities getting shipped out to him. That's all he really cares about so far, and to make sure he can keep up that ability spam. So the disparity between the farm of these two heroes in the mid is actually growing quite heavily into Limp's favour right now. 21-4 to the 14-2 of Nisha. Yapzor's actually TP into the mid lane just to fill up Nisha's bottle for him. Even getting that little cheeky extra charge. Another sneeze. God damn. Alright, my apologies. Zai, he actually ends up falling down bottom to Hanskin and S4. Just couldn't quite evade the damage this time. Puppey, not enough mana to lend much of a helping hand at all. So a little bit more space now for S4. Can actually start getting a couple more, a little bit more farm online. Meanwhile, Martu's just been left to solo against FNG for Nico Baby for quite a while, whilst Yapzor TP to the mid to fill up Nisha's bottle. So the farm between the two position ones is extremely even right now. Arrow there from Yapzor, just off the mark. goes straight through the middle of both of them. Matu's still trying to stand his ground, and he's getting pretty low. His time walks up in 1 second, and he will just about escape. Very, very dicey there for a moment, though. Putting lots of points into that time lock, rather than going for the survivability of the time walk instead. Now the bomb's 5-minute bounty's coming up. Hanskin actually beats Puppy in the clicking war. He has to skew up to the high ground. And Zai there with the defensive barrage strike, but he might just put himself into the danger zone instead. TP rotation coming in for Nisha with the haste rune. Nice shockwave there from Puppy. Keep it locked down in place. But lovely little sidestep there from S4. Dodging out that cookie. So instead they're going to swap their attention over to Hanskin. I don't know if they have enough damage to actually bring him down there before he gets behind this tier 1 tower. Another shockwave come forward. Scatter blast up in 1 second. But the right clicks are enough there from Nisha. Finishes him up. He's going to try and make his way back towards the mid lane. So I think it ends up being 2 for 2 on the bounties. Can't quite see actually. I think Yapsov grabbed it before the feed actually ended. So Limp and Hanskin trying to apply a little bit of pressure onto Nisha here. The arrow connection from Yapsov providing a little bit of space. He tries to go for the turnaround with the Mortimer's Kisses. It's not going to be enough, and he still ends up dying. Limp, he just about gets the Yapsov manages to kill him before he ends up falling. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade. Obviously, Nisha did die first, so Limp's going to get that little bit of bonus XP for the mid lane. But even still, that's a big chunk of the solo experience for Yapsor instead. So at least he's going to have a slightly better time. Swings and roundabouts. Better jump forward here from Zai. Just applying a little bit of pressure onto S4 right now. But another rotation coming out from Nisha. He will actually get spotted out by the Hawk that S4 already had out here. And a dive away. Skewer there from Poppy. Brings them both together. Sets up for an easy cookie. And the double scatter blast. Absolutely amazing coordination coming out there from Team Secret. The Burrow Strike and the Skewer just pushing them all together. Doing tons of damage. Easy double skill usage there from Nisha as well. Absolutely perfect play. It doesn't get much better than that. Not for the early portions, anyway. So the episode's still just sort of roaming around, dragging creep waves here to and fro. Hasn't really been able to find too much of a ganking potential across the map just yet. He is heading back towards the mid lane. Maybe he wants to try and set up for something, but Limp's not even here. Even just getting his movements constantly scattered out by these wards. Double damage ends up spawning up top. Limp actually has to end up denying it. Or did Yapsort deny it? One of them denied it. Did not want it to fall into the other hands. But even still, we see Limp miles ahead on terms of CS, all the way at the top of that chart right now. 300 gold over the top of Nisha. Definitely helps when Nisha's been getting quite a few kill involvements. 3-1-1. And Limp's only 0-1-1 himself. Royal Jelly Fine from Nisha. There's also Royal Jelly Fine on the side of Alliance as well. So the farm disparity between Nico Baby and Matumba Man, it's actually getting quite bigger as time goes on. There's not really much that Matumba Man can do to solo in this lane. He needs more support from the rest of his team. But ends up down bottom. S4 ends up getting gone on by 3 members of Secret. They bring him down one more time. They're putting a lot of emphasis on trying to shut down this off lane on the side of Alliance and not really caring all that much about the safe lane. And as I was saying, just Matumba Man is a full 1,000 gold behind Nico Baby. It is a little bit rough for him so far. So Puppy's now just going to start running over to Martu, who's like, here, have the Empower. Probably get a stack off on this agents beforehand. Will he manage to get a successful stack off? Just in time. He knows those timings down to a T. Nisha actually ends up getting gold on by Limp and S4 with the Raw committal and the... actually, didn't even need the Laguna Blade in the end. Just the Raw was enough. Nisha? Yep, so he just ends up getting caught, and now they're going to commit the Laguna. Actually, they still don't need it. There's a swift little right click with those axes coming out from S4. It's enough to kill Yapsaw. So the Laguna Blade's still in tow if they want to use it. Zai TPing in behind the tower. So they could potentially try and go for another play right now. They actually don't have any more vision. No more dust available for S4. But Limp's actually heading up towards the top lane now. They're going to lead up with the initial stun and the Yule Scepter there onto Matuma Man. Easy couple of spell uses, and Matuma Man just gets deleted from the game. So an even more of a worse game now. There, glimpse from FNG, pulls Puppy into Stack Storm, but he has level 0 kinetic fields. There's no way to actually hold him there. Did he do a miss skill, perhaps? Or maybe he was expecting Limp to just get a real nice LSA connection off, perhaps? I'm not too sure. Well, Matuma Man's game's really suffering. Puppy's like pretty close behind him. Zai and Nisha at least managed to get another kill in the mid lane onto Hanskin. And the Sagnum's on its way from Nisha, still 1900 gold off. So it's not going to be here super soon. But it looks like maybe they want to try and set some sort of play up happen here with Matuma Man's first usage of the Chrono. Or actually they're not going to bother. They're just going to leave him to farm in the mid lane. And the three of them are going to go off on their own. They're actually trying to set up around Nika Baby perhaps. It's not the easiest kill in the world, so we have to try and kill him twice. Actually going to run into S4, can be the first target. Burrow Strike and the Bournemouth Kiss is committed onto him. S4 will fall, even uses the Raw, trying to make a bit of space. Now just going to hunt now for Nico Baby. He's still just barely able to survive. And he is going to manage to make it back to the tier 1 tower, where the rest of the alliance is already waiting to try and make some sort of counterplay. The Chronosphere comes up from Matuma Man. It locks Limp down in place, but there's not really much follow-up damage from the rest of the alliance. So they will be able to keep Limp alive for now. And now he's charging forwards, wants to try and find a grab onto someone else. Matuma Man has to get out of there as fast as he can. He's so low. There is still the RP available for Puppy, but he just doesn't have the mana right now. He needs to start popping some of these clarities. Nice turnaround there from Zai and Nisha. Managed to get a quick kill onto FNG. Nika Baby dropped pretty low, but not low enough to actually force him to use up his ultimate. It was still just a very back and forth skirmish there. Only actually the sides members on the side of the Alliance ended up dying. But that was the first Chronosphere usage coming out from Matuma Man, and he doesn't actually net a kill from it. I think he really needed that to try and bring himself back into this game, because he's still at 2,000 gold behind Nika Baby right now. Luckily enough for him though, he does have the farming potential of the Empower coming out from Puppy, and a nice little triple stack here on the Ancients as well. Maybe it could potentially be a little bit too difficult for him to take at this point. He's certainly going to try to. Puppy's even just going to like tank up the creeps for him as well. Lend him a little helping hand. Meanwhile, three members inside of Alliance easily take down the tier 1 tower at the bot. No resistance from the side of Secret. So S4's working towards that Solar Crest. This is his next item. Still about 1,600 gold away, but once that comes online, he's probably who would be his primary target? Nika Baby or Limp? Not too sure yet. Maybe it will just be Nika Baby. Jump forward from Zai, gets the easy burst connection onto S4, but the arrow actually ended up getting blocked by one of the crows that was coming out from S4 there, one of the hawks that was giving him vision. And the Mormons Kisses was coming out from Nisha, didn't actually connect onto too much, even the Good Bay committed there onto Puppy. He tries to go for the RP commit, but he actually ends up getting Cookie forward, so he cancels it out. So 2 members on the side of Secret fall, they don't get any sort of return kill, and Limp's even able to clean up the tier 1 tower as well. Maybe it's a secret trying to make as much space for Matu as they possibly can to really get his farm back online. But he needs that Empower. It doesn't help Nisha taking his farm as well. Oof. Need that farm ASAP. Yep, so using all of his leap charges just to make sure he can get a little stack onto the agents there from the Timberman. Nice good support there from Yapsaw. That's the sort of stuff dreams are made of when you're a carry. The Axe is going to be online now for Nisha, so there is going to be a little bit of an easier initiation coming out from the side of Secret. So I imagine it's probably going to be Puppy as the primary gobble up target on the side of Secret. Maybe Zai as well. But actually, probably not Zai. Zai's already got his Blink Dagger, so he can easily get involved just by using that. So maybe it is probably just going to be exclusively Puppy as the main target. Potentially Nat from now and then Matumba Man as well. Quite a lot of heavy vision from the side of Alliance down bot lane. They do actually manage to get a deny onto one of them. But even still, it gave them plenty of information about the location of a large portion of Secret's team. They've actually gone for a smoke up. I think did they get the vision onto S4 there? I don't think they realised quite where he is. There's 3 members of Alliance all just sat up the top lane, just trying to bait out this creep wave. Maybe hoping that Matumba Man came along to try and farm it up. But he will sort of show himself in the mid lane. So maybe that's just going to be enough for them to fall back. They're still just sort of hanging around here. The rest of Team Secret is still on the hunt for something else. They're actually just going to go for the Roche. Are they? They're hanging around. Marty's like, I don't want to do the Roche, I want farm. I want creeps. Let me farm, boys. We need to be careful he's pushing forward though. Still 3 members on the side of Alliance just waiting in this area. This is going to be the easiest kill of Alliance's life if Matumba actually comes over here. He decides against it. Lovely scan usage there by Matumba Man. Gives them the information that there were people hiding in those trees. He will reveal himself again, but Alliance have already started backing out. And I think the fact that they showed himself as they were moving away showed that they Secret had the information they were hiding in this area. Especially with these wards down, spotting Nisha, Puppy and Zai all running around in this general vicinity. Puppy actually TPs towards the bot. Wants to try and delay this push coming out from Nico Baby. He's already done half the damage onto the tier 2 tower. Now Alliance looks like they're going to try and benefit from this rotations. They're going to get a grab there onto Yapsaw. No way he can survive this. Easy Yules into the LSA of the Guna Blade. I think he just about got the vision there onto S4. But he should still yet to use the Gobble Up as his first usage yet. The BKB is now online for Matumba Man at least, so it is going to be a little bit more difficult for the side of Alliance to get easy kills onto him. Also gives him the ability to try and get involved in some fights a little bit earlier on. He's still a little ways away off yet before he can truly become that effective. But there was a huge gold disparity between him and Nico Baby, but With these constant power spams and stacks being made, there's only a 500 gold difference now between the two of them. So he's done a good job at closing the gold gap. Well, Puppy looks like he's just been caught out. Glimpse into the static field. There, a few rotations there from the side of Secret. He even managed to get the cookie out there to safety. Nika Baby's taking quite a bit of damage. Even with the Mortimer's Kisses, get committed onto him. And the Chronosphere gets immediately dropped by the Timberman. Want to try and focus down onto Nika Baby again, but the Roar comes out from S4, trying to delay a lot of this damage, but it's not going to be enough. Nika Baby still ends up falling down. Cookie forward from Nisha, connects onto S4 as well. Lucky few bashes, keeping him locked down in place. Not quite enough damage just yet to really bring S4 down super quick, but he is dropping pretty low. Hanskin did dive forwards, trying to make a bit of space. And I think he's just going to end up falling either way. Everyone else on the side of Alliance all TP out, apart from FNG. He gets caught by a random arrow there from Yapsaw. So it ends up being 3 kills for nothing. All favouring Team Secret. And I think that's actually Nika Baby's first death of this game as well. And just in time as well, he was about to finish up his AC, which would have been a real power spike for the side of Alliance. That could have gone completely the other way. A couple of pings coming out from the side of Alliance. Maybe they want to make a move there onto Matimberman. There is this constantly Puppy sat behind him. Not that he would really be able to do much anyway. He had no mana at all. So probably still would have been a free kill. So Lincoln Sphere as Limp's next item. What's that? It is a Lincoln Sphere? What's that really going to do? What's the targetable spells that's coming out from the side of Secret? They don't have a single targetable spell. I don't quite get what this Lincoln Sphere is going to do. They've actually gone for a spoke up now on the side of Alliance. Get up to the high ground. The Glimpse is exactly where Puppy was like 4 seconds ago. So the Glimpse does absolutely nothing. But Alliance are now just going to roll straight into the Roshan pit. Going to try and get some sort of usage out of this early rotation. It drops pretty quickly, especially with double damage on Nika Baby, and it's already gone. And they don't want to keep the pressure going. They're going to start to charge up target. Again, the Glimpse is exactly where Puppy was already standing. That's so unfortunate there for FNG. Gets really unlucky twice in a row. This Puppy's thanking his lucky stars right now. But Secret, they're on the hunt themselves now this time. Everyone else on the side of Alliance is in full retreat. Nika Baby gets hit in the front. The Goblet Spear out, connection there for Puppy. The Chronosphere connects onto 4 heroes, plus the Mortimer's Kiss on top. It's so much damage. Everyone's taking load. RP gets committed from Puppy. Everyone on the side of Alliance is dying. Now the Egg's getting focused. It's just Nika Baby left all alone. His first life's probably going to go. But Limb's just respawned now, but he doesn't last very long at all. Now it definitely is just Nika Baby left all on his own. He's trying to run away. S4's actually pulled back, and Limp as well. Maybe they want to try and make some sort of counterplay happen. The S4 coming in the front. The Raw, it does connect onto the Timberman, trying to make a bit of space. The Laguna Blade and the LSA trying to make some space. But Nika Baby finally dies one more time. Limp gets pretty low from the Caustic Finale coming out from Zai, but he's just barely able to survive. Gobble up and spit out there onto Puppy. He doesn't have quite any more mana to do any more follow-up damage, but Hanskin ends up dropping in the back. Again, Limp finally dies, and now FNG and S4 in a terrible situation. They're going to die again. They're both going to die, and they're all gone. Oh my days. That went from bad to worse to goddamn catastrophic for Alliance. Really, oh my days, so many deaths. 3 diebacks and 2 knock. That was 8 kills for the side of Secret, and all they lost was Puppy. What? What? That's insane. Oh my days, this game has just been completely flipped on its head now. Secret are fully in the driver's seat. I mean, it's only a 6k gold lead, but the momentum feels completely into Secret's favour. Still 3 more heroes off the map for half a minute each. Oh, that was rough. That was real rough. And that was... Wait, it would have been more, actually. There would have been more than 8 kills. Because Nika Baby obviously respawns with his ultimate. And Limp respawns with the Aegis as well. So technically, that was 10 kills. That was 2 full team wipes on the side of Secret. And yeah, all they lost was Puppey. That was pretty nuts. Oh, the random arrow collection there from Yapsaw. Blink up to the high ground there from side. Just burning him from afar with the sandstorm. Nika Baby gets the stun collection onto Yapsaw. The roar actually comes off Messful as well onto Zai in the background. There's not going to be much follow-up damage. He's going to use himself up in the air. He will be able to fire a strike out in just a second, get up to the high ground, but it's not going to be enough. He can't quite get the Blink Dagger online in time, so he will still fall. RP even gets committed by Puppey defensively just so he can walk away. He's going to pop his Clary to try and get the skewer online. He needs it to get a little bit of space so he can escape with his life. LSA, ooh, just skims Puppey's ass. Barely survives that one. What's he doing? His skewer's completely away. Is he going to try and steal the bounty? Puppey, what's going on? He's just leading everyone on the side of the Alliance on a wild goose chase. He finally gets brought down, but winds his way all the way around, comes back up into the air, into the dire triangle. All you need then was someone playing a bit of Benny Hill music, and that would have worked out perfectly. So that looks like Matumba Man wants to get involved one more time. Gobble up in the spit out that comes out from... Oh, perfectly landed there from Nisha. Just clipped Limp as he came into the radius of that stun. And that's just a free kill from Matumba Man. Especially seems like he's got this MKB online now as well, which does way too much damage. There's nothing that poor little old Limp can do to survive that one. No chance in hell. So Nika Baby, he's got the Abyssal Blade queued up as his next item, but he's still so many components away. And I mean, we saw in that engagement down the bot lane, which was like 10 minutes ago now, something like that. And he was just off of finishing this Assault Cuirass. But he's had so many deaths in a row now that he's not been able to finish it up. Matumba Man even just commits to solo Chronosphere down the bot lane just to get a free kill onto Handskin. Doesn't really mind about putting it on that big cooldown. Just wants to net a free kill and then start pressure onto this tier 2. He's actually going to start tanking the tower. A couple of rotations come out from the side of Alliance. But he already bails out there. Time walks up to the high ground. And Alliance aren't going to be able to find anything at all. The Secrets is very happy with the pace of the game and the way it's going now, as they have got the more of a dominant position. 10k gold lead right now as well. So they're quite happy just to carry on doing what they're doing. Maybe get their next item online for their team, and then maybe potentially look for the next sort of play. Or maybe they're just going to completely hold out for the Roshan. Up in 2 minutes potentially. Maybe just want to play a little bit safer. Meanwhile, Nika Baby and Limp are going to try and melt down this tier 2 tower as fast as they possibly can. The Seeker are going to try and do the same at the top part of the map. But it is just before this 30-minute mark, so both teams are going to try and capture away the enemy's outposts. Actually, no one on the side of Alliance is. They've all left the area, so they're not going to be able to take away this outpost. I think a little bit of a misplay. They should have taken that out before they left. But even still, their presence is enough to force Secret away. So they're not going to lose their own tier 2 tower, but even still, they definitely should have captured that before they TP'd up top. Not that it really matters in the end, because Secret ended up coming down here anyway, dodging the gank, so they would have been able to recapture it if they needed to. Jump forward from Zai, gets a stun collection onto S4, trying to hold him in place. Yapsor couldn't go for the arrow though because there was a creep in the way. Will now go for it. He's going to just about dodge everyone. It hits Limb in the background though, so he's stunned for a really long time. The egg gets committed. Batu jumps on in there, tries to bring it down. Puppey just managed to survive. He gets his RP off before he falls. And now it looks like Nika Baby's going to end up dropping. Zai just dives into the background, gets a kill onto FNG as well. Nika Baby's just about able to survive, gets a jump forward onto Puppey, but he can't quite commit for anything. He's just trying to survive. 4 members dead on the side of Alliance. Nico Baby's dead, and he's going to be following again pretty shortly. There's no way he can do anything to survive. So once again, another team wipe for the side of Secret. Just absolute dominance so far in this game. And this time they didn't even lose Puppey. He got close to dying, but he just barely survived. Locked down Nika Baby and managed to bail out of there. So nice movements by him, which is nice movements by everyone on the side of Secret in general, to be honest. They've been playing real clean this game. Maybe after those first two, they're a little bit playing a bit more clinical now. They're more warmed up. And this third game seems really dominant. I mean, the laning phase wasn't dominant at all though. Like, Alliance was doing quite well at the early portions of this game, early to the very early end of the laning phase. They were doing very well, but just that one catastrophic fight at the top where they had so many buybacks, so they all kept dying and had a total of 10 deaths. It really just completely slowed down their game and just gave all the momentum over to the side of Secret. And it's just too hard for them to cover, it seems. I'm not sure what they could really do to pull themselves back into this. They need to find like Matu off by himself a couple of times in a row, get the Roar with the LSA set up and just try and burst him down as fast as they possibly can. But that's no easy task. And Secret have gone for a smoke up play real close to the City Tower. Spit out from Matumba Man. Oh, just barely misses Handskin there. The jump forward for Nika Baby. Gone for the stun onto Matu. No other follow-up lockdown though. Even the defensive cookie there from Nisha pulls him back to safety. Roche up in a minute. So there's still just going to be that main objective that Secret's going to play around. And then we'll see what their follow-up plan is once that Roshan has actually ended up spawning. Jump forward from S4. You're going to get the raw collection onto Zai. The lovely defensive RP comes out there from Puppey. Locks them both down. S4 drops pretty quickly. The egg gets committed, but once again, it gets deleted by Nisha and Matumba Man. Nika Baby once again just caught amongst everyone on the side of Secret. Zai still manages to survive. And Nika Baby's just going to have a double death. Again, another 3 kills. Again, more momentum into the side of Secret. And again, another soul-crushing blow to the morale of Alliance. Looks like even Limp's getting caught down bottom. Skewer into the arrow. Easy peasy kill. Oh, FNG getting dived in his own base. He falls to swell. So that's actually another team wipe. That's the 3rd team wipe of the game. Well, I'm going to say 4th. Seems how in that fight at the top they got 10 kills. I'm going to count it as 4. I think Secret's just having fun with this. Nisha and Matumba Man alone are just taking away the mid-racks. Everyone else on the side of Secret's only just turning up. I mean, the supports on the side of Alliance are level 13, 14, 18, 19, 17. Both of the supports on the side of Secret are higher levels than the cores of Alliance. That just shows you how far behind Alliance is right now. 28k gold lead as well. This is just absolute dominance, the side of Secret. S4, he gets the Roar, but he gets deleted instead. They're going to try, maybe they might get killed onto Puppey. The static field and the Storm try to lock it down in place. He will actually fall, but out comes the ultimate from Matumba Man. Locks them both in place. Easy targets with the Mortimer's Kisses. Nika Baby's first death has appeared. A couple of buybacks though, lots of buybacks on the side of Alliance. They want to try and make some sort of counter happen. They're locking Matumba Man down in place, but not for long enough whatsoever. Zai comes in from the side, tries to stun up Handskin. He does have the egg available, but he doesn't quite want to use it just yet. He will now drop it, but What's that going to do? Absolutely nothing at all. It gets to lead in a second. Matumbaman's not done yet. Jumping forwards. The spit out there from Nisha. Actually connects all the way by the base. Nika maybe falls again. And now Alliance call it. Now they will tap out and call GG. Well played there, Secret. Those celebratory RPs there from Puppy. Super dominant showing there by Secret in game 3. Just absolutely dismantled Alliance. So in the first game, we saw Alliance dismantle Secret. In the second game, it was very even. It got pretty damn close. But eventually Secret did win. And then in the third game, it was a dismantling from Secret this time. So, you know, it's just balancing the board. Both teams had a very similar experience in this best of 3, shall we say. But even still, well played to Secret. They take the series 2-1. Alliance, they did a very good showing in those first 2 games. It looked like they could have nearly taken the series in that second one, but Secret kept their level head, and yeah, they just ended up winning both of them. So GG to them. Very nice showing for both teams. I can't even say that Alliance even did anything particularly wrong this game. It's just, I don't know, it just didn't really feel like Nika Baby was able to do much, to be honest. It's 0, 5, and 6. Just every single time a team fight happened, he just got locked down, duped around. He just couldn't lay into anybody. He did not have the ability just to stand there and just punch people in the face. There was too many disables or save coming out from the side of Secret. And unfortunately, it ends up costing Alliance the game. But even still, they tried their best, but they do end up failing. But that is the last game of the day. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to go into bed. It's very late. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed, please stick around for more in the future. There's a few days off of the Epic League. I think the next match is in Thursday, so like 3 or 4 days time. So hopefully you guys want to join for that. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys then. So cheers for tuning in. Thanks for watching that video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it and the content I was able to provide. I am just starting out, so if you did like it and you want to support me in the future, then please think about following and subscribing to me on Twitch, Twitter and YouTube. I post on Twitter what events I plan on covering in the future and when I'm actually able to do some casts. I don't have the most free time in the world, unfortunately, so I can't provide constant content, but I can guarantee you every single time that I do cast, I'm giving it my all because I have a lot of passion for it, and hopefully that does come off. So once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it and you stick around for the next video. So hopefully I see you guys there. Cheers.